We are back with the second edition of MMA Family Trivia. I am joined today by Cooper Burke. He is filling in for Joe Gravel, who's out. He hurt his neck in a jiu-jitsu tournament. So swapping him out, Cooper is in. But this time we're going to have a couple of siblings on. Last time we had cousins Ricky Simone and Vince Morales. This time, oh, one sec. Cooper is back on here. There we go. This time we're going to have... Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but you're on now, so hopefully this is good. So we've got Lewis and Orion Cosce who are going to be joining us, and it's going to be a good time. I can't wait to see how competitive they are and how crazy this gets. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on Orion. He's got a fight to announce as well, so we'll bring him on first, and then we'll bring on Lewis. Hey man, how's it going?
Doing good. Just glad to be on.
Yeah, I appreciate you taking the time. I know we spoke just a few weeks ago. Your recovery is all taken care of. You're ready to go. I know you're excited to get some fights in, and man, you've got to fight. How excited are you to fight Philip?
Oh, super stoked. I don't give a shit who it is. I just want to fight whoever. I'm just glad that they gave me a fight. I mean, I was waiting 2 weeks for them to announce it. I was bugging my manager, and he's like, "No, brother, don't worry. We got to fight for sure. It's July 31st." I was like, "All right," because I wanted to fight sooner. So yeah, I know. First, I personally feel like it's a little too long of a wait, but that's also just me being antsy to get back in the cage. Like, I just like fighting. So hopefully, if all goes well, I'll be fighting very soon again right after this fight.
Yeah, I know you wanted to get a lot of fights in this year. I think you said like you wanted 3 before the end of the year. You've got your first one in July. What's your thoughts on him as an opponent?
He's tall, definitely lengthy. He does really well on his counterboxing, and he puts pressure on the people if they're not fighting back. But you guys have seen me fight. I don't back away. I don't back down. I'm going to keep pressing forward the entire time. I don't care how tired I get. So I'm going to go check his chin. I'm going to chop down his legs, and I'm going to pretend that he's just another tree. I mean, it's not the first time I fought people taller than me. I'm used to fighting people taller than me. 5'11" versus 6'4", it's nothing new to me. These guys with 78, 80-inch reaches. I'm fortunate enough to have teammates that have a longer reach and are taller than Philip, and also have bigger statures who I do well against. So I feel very comfortable going into this fight.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. And someone else who's recently going through not the same injury, but also through an injury is your brother Lewis. So we're going to bring him on as well. Hey, man, how's it going?
Hey, good. How about you guys?
Not too bad. So last time we spoke was right after your fight with Stafford. You've had a couple of surgeries along the way, but how's your recovery so far?
Everything's been going really good, bro. Just doing physical therapy. I'll be back down in Vegas to get some stem cells here in about 2 weeks. So I feel good. My left one's healing a lot better than my right one did. So I feel fine.
Mentally, that's got to be rough, because I know the two of you like to fight a lot. So what's it like being kind of forced to be out on the sideline?
In a way, it's kind of a good thing, because I got to look back on things instead of trying to always be on the rush. I feel like I've been training for the last fucking 3 years. It feels like. So this has actually forced me to actually take a break and chill out for a little while. So I don't know. Looking back on everything, it's kind of just a blessing, honestly.
All right. Well, I'm glad things are going well, and hopefully you'll be back in there soon. I guess before we get going, I do want to ask one question. I have 2 brothers myself, and I can only imagine the rivalry that you guys have between the 2 of you. How competitive are you guys?
I mean, we take care of each other. We're each other's best friends. So it's one of those things where it's not really more so of a rivalry. We used to have people be like, "What's it like to be in one person shout out in one category and another person shout out in another category?" And we just always told people, shut the fuck up about it. That's how much we love each other. Because if it wasn't for each other, we wouldn't be where we are at today. So I don't think if I didn't have Lewis and he didn't have me, we wouldn't be in our positions right now. It was more so we just took care of each other and made sure that we always had what was best for each other. And that's why we get along so well. I don't understand how I actually have a buddy who says he does not get along with his siblings. I was like, how come? They're all, oh, we're always just competing against each other. It's like, yeah, I mean, fuck, my brother and I competing against each other too, but we're playing Dragon Ball Z and shit like that, or we're playing basketball and just having fun with it. So I think we definitely learned from the very get-go, like you got to have your best friend be your sibling and vice versa.
Yeah, I love it. Cooper, do you have any questions before we get things going?
I just had a little side comment there. I'm also, one of three brothers. I'm the eldest, so I kind of know where y'all are coming from. Not necessarily on the fighting aspect, but what's the best part of your relationship, either with each other? I mean, like, what do you like the best that doesn't necessarily show around other people?
I think just how much we have in common. I think a lot of siblings, the reason why they have this space between them is because they don't really have too much in common. It's like me and Orion are striving for the same goals, the same shit ever since we were kids. So it's like, it's pretty easy to get along.
I was gonna say on top of that too, it's like my wife even says it, and then Lewis's lady says it as well, that whenever Lewis and I run into each other, it's like it's not like we've not seen each other for a long time. It's like the last conversation we had might have been like in person, like a month ago because of my busy schedule and his busy schedule. But as soon as we see each other, it's like all hugs and smiles and talking shit and just having fun the entire time. So it's like we're little kids when we're around each other. And it's like he said too, we have the same goals, we have the same things, and we strive for the same like desires in life. And so it makes it easy to get along because we want the same things, especially when you have that big support coming from your best friend. That support right there just means even much more, and it helps a lot more too.
All right, I love it, and it's inspiring. I mean, my siblings do completely different things. We're all in different avenues, different countries, but it's always inspiring to see two siblings who both want the same goals and have achieved it at the exact same time on the exact same night. I think that it gives a lot of people goosebumps. I know it gave me goosebumps that night. Without further ado, let's have a look at the tail of the tape here. So here we have them, two of them, Lewis Cosce, Orion Cosce. Lewis is 25 years old, 5'9", 170 pounds, 71-inch reach. Orion, 26, slightly taller at 5'11", 71-inch reach, and obviously also a welterweight. Hopefully that's a picture that we'll never have to see because you two probably will never fight against one another, but it's definitely pretty cool to see those two next to each other. And obviously all of those stats are completely irrelevant when it comes to trivia here. But yeah, it's always I always like to have that there because I think it kind of looks pretty cool to see you guys going head to head. And we'll get things started here. So what we'll do is I'll quickly go over the rules and then we'll get started. So we've got 30 seconds we've provided to each contestant per question. If you pass, the other contestant will have the opportunity to answer and steal the points. Points will be given for each correct answer. There will be no point deductions for incorrect answers, but feel free to have a guess, even if you have no idea what the answer is. Every second question will have to be a chemistry-based question, which I'll touch on here in a second. No biting, eye gouging, fish hooking, or low blows. And use of third-party resources is strictly prohibited. And of course, trash talk is both encouraged and welcome. So the more you guys trash talk, the better it is for me.
Sounds good.
All right, so here we go. I'll bring it up here. So here are the four categories for people who maybe missed the last episode. We've got MMA history. This is where we're going to talk about the questions will range from anything from like Pride history to UFC history. And then we've got geography questions. So here we're going to ask you the name of a fighter. These will all be welterweights because both of you guys are welterweights. All of these fighters will be welterweights, so hopefully you'll be familiar with them. We'll give you the name of the fighter. All you have to do is name the country that they're from. And then Lewis chemistry and Orion chemistry. These are questions about one another, about how well you guys do know each other when it comes around your MMA career. So most of these questions will be based on their previous fights and things like that. Before we get started, do you guys have any questions?
No. Lewis, you want to make it a fun one, though? Wager? Whoever loser has to buy the other one sushi dinner. Next time we see each other.
All right.
Sounds good.
Oh, I love it. More on the line here. I like it. Oh, we lost. Oh, Cooper's back in here. All right. So like always, the easier questions are at the top. MMA history, 100. Geography, 100. Those are the easier ones. The harder ones are 500. And because I am a younger sibling, I spent most of my life as the youngest sibling. I'm going to let Lewis go first. I think that's fair.
All right, let's do this. already cheating. All right.
All right, Lewis. So which category would you like here?
Shit. Can I do MMA history?
And for which point value?
300.
300. All right.
What is Fedor Emelianenko's nickname?
The Last Emperor.
Yeah, that's right. Spot on.
Boom. All right. And Orion, do you wish to be the pineapple or the lemon? Which character would you like?
You know what? I'll let Lewis choose. He got the first one correct. He can have either one.
I'll be the lemon.
Lemon it is. All right. There we go. 300 points on the board. All right. Orion, which category would you like?
Let's do geography 500.
500. Oh, wow. Munir Lazez.
Oh, what the fuck? France. Were you guys able to hear my answer or no?
No, I didn't hear.
Oh, I said France. I'm just guessing because Lazez or whatever.
All right. Lewis, you have a chance to steal here.
Actually, I think I've seen this guy fight. I must say Abu Dhabi or Saudi Arabia, whatever.
Tunisia.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had no fucking
No, fuck. Man, you're thinking wrong guy, probably.
All right. So Lewis, you've got a chance here. The next one has to be a chemistry-based question. So one of these five here.
For 300.
300.
Orion has TKO'd every opponent he's faced as a pro, except for one. Who did he submit in that fight?
Fuck. I beat him too. I actually submitted him too. I just can't remember his fucking name at the minute. Fuck. What the fuck is that guy's name?
I'll give you a hint. His nickname is the Animal.
Oh yeah, Daniel McWilliams. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is.
I was like, that's fucking easy. My brother fought him too.
You guys fought him in the same month, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did that come about? Was it just he needed an opponent or?
No, so Lewis and hey nephew, what's up, buddy? Your dad's whooping my ass, bro. So I gotta take it seriously. No, so what happened with that one was I was supposed to fight somebody completely different, and this fucking chump fucking backs out like the week of the fight. And I'm super pissed off. I'm like, fuck, dude, I've been training my ass off. I want another fight. I'm getting ready to fight. And then all of a sudden, the promoter's like, hey, because the promoter's a good friend of ours, he's all, your brother just beat him, but he's willing to fight you as well. I was like, all right, cool, fuck it. And then afterwards, I got the guy shot. He's a pretty cool dude. He went out there, took his lick really quick, and it's not that he didn't like. It's funny because he's kind of like a journeyman. Like I've seen him doing like pure jiu-jitsu tournaments, and he does pretty well in the jiu-jitsu. He'll get like first or second at pretty like I think in the advanced or like the intermediate division. But he's just really genuinely nice guy talking to, and he just likes the fight game. He's not the most technical in his style. He has a couple of wins and a lot of losses, but he just likes to fight. He literally said he just loves fighting. So I respected that about him.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think it was like 20 days apart. And you guys both subbed him, I think, in less than 2 minutes, which is kind of cool. And I think he's the only guy that's fought both of you. So that's a pretty cool stat on his end.
Yeah, he took my fight on short notice too. Like literally like on days notice. So if it wasn't for that, I would have never fought.
Lewis was supposed to have a fight as well, and then fucking another person backed out, and fucking Dan took that fight short notice too. So,
wow. Well, there it is. There's a slight gap here though in points. So you've got to do some work here.
Lewis, 400.
What was the last organization Lewis competed in before fighting on the Contender Series?
It was Combate.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah, he fought in Combate in December.
Yeah,
Knocked out that fucking motherfucker.
It's crazy. I mean, it's not every day you see two siblings reach to the highest level, knocking out everybody in the first round. And I think that's one of the craziest things about the both of you is everyone you guys have fought up until the Contender Series, you guys finished in the first round, which is insane.
Not true. I had two pro fights that also went to the third round. So, those are probably actually going to show up later on, though. But Lewis already knows who they are. So if I'm giving away answers, I mean, Joe Cropshot, I beat in the third round, and then Wally Wester, I also beat in the third round by TKO. Wally Wester had a fucking hard head on him, but that was a fun fight. And then Joe Cropshot, I just kept the pressure going, and just like I do all my fights. So I've actually had 3 fights that went third round TKOs. I just don't like the judges.
Yeah, I mean, you get it out early, right? Like, don't leave it in the hands of the judges, what they say. But yeah, it's crazy that both of you have that very similar, aggressive fighting style, and I think it's why a lot of fans love you guys. Just get it done early.
I was gonna say that Dan McWilliams fight that I had too, the 20 days apart. That was part of my 3 fights in 5 weeks as well.
Wow, staying busy. All right, so we're back here. The game's closer now. We've got a 200-point gap here. Lewis, you're up next, and you can pick either history or geography. History or geography.
400 for history.
Who did Uriah Faber face in his very first UFC bout?
Fuck, I'm just gonna guess. Eddie Wineland. Oh shit!
That is crazy. That is ridiculous. Did you know that? I know Orion. He's one of your coaches. Did you know the answer to that?
So I just stopped in watching it a couple days ago, but I couldn't remember if it was his first or his second fight in the UFC. I was like, fuck, is it Wineland or is it somebody else?
Yeah, that was crazy. I think that was one of the craziest guesses I've seen so far.
Give myself a pat on the back for that one. Shit.
I mean, they do say it's better to be lucky than good.
Yeah. Let's get rid of the MMA history. I'll do 200.
Who was the first ever UFC welterweight champion?
Oh shit! What? I should know this one. Why the fuck am I drawing a blank now? Was it Carlos Newton?
It was not Carlos Newton.
Fuck.
30 seconds has gone by, Lewis. You have a chance to steal here.
All right. Matt Hughes.
Pat Millicent.
Okay.
I would have never guessed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I knew he was champion, but I didn't realize it was, I guess, that long ago. I thought it was going to be, I thought it was Carlos Newton as well, personally, but guess not. All right, so here we go.
So it was Pat Miletich, then it was Carlos Newton, right?
Yeah, Pat Miletich, Carlos Newton, Matt Hughes.
Yep.
All right, so Lewis, you're up. It has to be, it has to be chemistry now.
Has to be what?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. So Orion for 400.
Here we go. While on a honeymoon, a hurricane hit the city Orion was staying in October. What was the name of the hurricane?
I don't know. I don't even remember that one.
I know there's a hurricane, but I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think what we say. Delta. I would never guess that.
How crazy was that experience?
Dude, so we were there at the resort, and they're like, yeah, it's going to be a level 2, nothing to worry about. And then like 30 minutes later, the wife and I are having a cocktail, and all of a sudden I'm looking at the weather report, they're all upgraded to a level 3, and I was like, shit, this is actually getting kind of serious. And so I'm like, it's not going to be that bad. Level 3s, like we can stay at the resort. And then like the next morning, it's all level 4, potential level 5. I was like, fuck, I've seen this only in the movie. And so I was kind of worried for my wife. I wasn't worried about myself. I was like making jokes and shit like that. But then I was like, fuck, like, what if it does become a level 5? And they're all, yeah, no, we have to evacuate. We got to take you guys inland. We're going to take you guys to this, like, it was crazy. So then it says level 5. And I'm calling my brother Lewis. I'm like, hey, just letting you know, like, they said it's a level 5. And yeah, the last level 5 that hit that place, it like killed a lot of people and like a lot of like damage was done. But we got fortunate enough. We were like, damn, dude, because like the winds were picking up, the storm was picking up, and I'm just sitting there like, man, I just want to go home, have my wife. I just want to fight again. I want to see my brother, all that stuff. Got to hang out with my nephew. And then I was like, it's in a downgrade. But then I'm like looking at the reports and like, they're all, yeah, it's going to stay at level 5, even landfall. If it does go down, they're saying like it was going to be a level 4 at the best. And then, yeah, no, we just went to bed. We stayed up for a little bit. I was like, man, for a level 5 hurricane, this is some little bitch shit right here. Like, Mother Nature ain't that hardcore. No, we wake up in the morning, look at the news on our phones, and it's like, oh, as soon as it touched landfall, turn it on level 1. I was like, well, that was a waste of time. So I went back to swimming, and it was pretty cool, though. Before we took off, I went swimming, and I didn't realize it, but over in the over in the distance on this other island that was nearby, there was a bunch of lightning going off. And I was like, oh shit, I should probably get out of the fucking water right now. I was like, hell no. And then I got stung by a jellyfish afterwards. And this dude, luckily they were like, yeah, we just have vinegar right here. And so he like poured vinegar on my arm. But then, I was like, I better go in the shower and just piss on it really quick.
You guys travel a lot. I know both of you have spent some time in Hawaii this year as well. What was it like going to Hawaii?
I went to Maui, and that place is beautiful, man. It's nice. It's kind of laid back. We went to Lahaina, so it's not really the city part. It's just like this little laid back town. It was cool though. It was nice.
For me, I loved Hawaii. We went and explored everything. Kailua Kona side and North Hawaii, nearby that area, super nice. A lot of great swimming spots, and there's some videos of me with the sea life that I can't post because of like I guess big fines if you're caught like touching certain sea life. So I'm not gonna say what animals I was holding and stuff like that, so I don't get in trouble. But it's pretty neat. It's a great experience. And then went to the they call it like the end of the world, where you just jump off and like there's a giant pool of water right there that'll crash you in if you don't know how to swim. But that was a great experience as well, and just even getting to watch the sunset. But what is it? The other side, like Hilo, that place reminded me of Humboldt. So I was like, fuck, I want to go back to the other side. I've been here before. I was like, I used to live here. This is called Humboldt County. So we ended up just staying on the Kailua Kona side for the majority of it. Super expensive over there, though. Super pretty, but super expensive. Yeah,
I mean, Hawaii is one of my dream destinations. I'll obviously can't go there right now, but it's definitely one of my go-tos. Back to the game here. Orion, you're up next. You're forced to do a chemistry question.
Let's do 200.
200. All right. Who did Lewis defeat in his pro MMA debut?
I should know this. Lewis, who did you beat up in your first pro fight? Fuck. You know what? I'm gonna pass and see if Lewis knows. I think Lewis might have forgot too, so I'm gonna pass.
I think his name is Travis. Travis. Oh shit! I can't remember his last name. Yeah, Travis Cavalli.
Yeah, I just knew the first name. I didn't know the last.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be hard to remember after so many fights, the names of all your opponents.
It's just years ago too.
Yeah. But yeah, that's 8 fights ago for you now. It's been a while. Yeah.
I was gonna say last time you fought at 155 as well.
Yeah, I think I was 21 at the time.
Yeah.
So that was your only lightweight fight?
No, my first 2 fights were at lightweight.
Oh.
All right, so we go back here. All right, Lewis, you're up.
Geography for 300.
All right, where is Gunnar Nelson from?
Iceland?
Boom.
Boom. Yes, sir. Got it.
Damn. I guess I gotta start paying attention to all these other fucking fighters in the UFC.
This is turning into a blowout.
Let's see. Geography 400.
Where's Carlston Harris from?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yeah, I didn't either.
He just fought last week. He got signed on looking for a fight in Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates when they went. He's the only fighter to ever compete from this country.
Fucking Ethiopia? I don't know. I'm gonna give a real answer right now, though. I'm gonna say fucking oh god, why can't I think of it? You know what? Ethiopia, fuck it.
Lewis, you have a chance to steal. Any ideas?
Harrison. In country?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't know. I would never guess that.
That guy has like a more American name than me and Lewis. Carlston Harris, man. I'm pretty sure that guy's from fucking Philly or something.
Yeah, he's the only fighter to ever compete from Guyana, and I believe Guyana is next to Brazil. I actually have no idea where it is.
I don't know either.
It's like in the top right corner of South America. There's a cluster of like 3 really small countries. It's like Guyana, Suriname, and then one of them I can't remember.
Trinidad and Tobago?
Maybe. You know,
I
it's
need
just
Is it my turn now?
Yeah, it's your turn now.
So which ones can I go for?
So you've got, it's going to be a chemistry cup question.
All right. Orion for 5.
Ready for
All
this?
right.
Yeah.
How many minutes did Orion have of control time in his Contender series bout?
How many minutes of control time? Are you talking about like top control, like after the takedown, or like cage control, like set up the octagon?
Top control.
Okay. I want to say it was like 4 minutes, maybe 3.5.
Yeah, 420. Okay,
sir,
let's
you got
go.
it.
Humble represent, boy.
Did I get that or no?
Yeah,
Well,
you got it. 1,300 points, that ain't shit. You know what, though? I'm going to save the big ones for last. I'm going to go Lewis for 100. Don't call it a comeback.
All right, who did Lewis defeat on the Contender series to earn a UFC contract?
Reyna, my bad.
Victor Reina, you're correct. I mean, I would have thought you had a little bit harder time considering you fought that night, but
That was a pretty easy one. Lewis hit him with that looping left overhand and then just finished it up from there.
What was it like competing on the same night? I know that's something you guys have done before, but what was it like on the biggest stage to compete back to back? Well, not back to back, but on the same night.
So far, that was the most exciting, most enjoyable, just being able to fucking get those contracts together. Like that was our lifelong goal. That's one of those things where it's like, fucking, you write a movie about that shit and then you make fun of it, be like, that's not realistic, that's not how it happens, but you know, we lived it now. If they ever do make a movie about it, we're like, fuck, dude, like we used to shit on these movies. It's surreal.
What was it like for you, Lewis?
It was badass, man. It was cool just to be there, you know, because like the way they handle it, it's like super professional. They ride you over in the limousines. They take good care of you. They house you up, feed you, and then you get to like watch it in the back, you know, while you're warming up and shit. Like watch Orion walk out on the screen. You watch the fights on the TV. So it was cool. And then after all said and done, you get to like you see everybody like Sean Shelby and fucking Dana White and stuff. So it's like grew up watching all these guys like Dana White and all these people fucking on the big screen, you know, then you finally get to see everybody in person. That was my first time really getting to even check out Vegas. It was last year during that time. So it was pretty badass for me, honestly. It was cool.
I love it. I thought it was amazing. And the fact that you both got the contracts on the same night, like that's something for movie, like you said, like that doesn't happen. I don't think any siblings have ever gotten signed on the same night. Even I think Cheyenne Bays and JP Bays got signed on different nights. And so yeah, I think it's amazing, and hopefully this will hopefully you guys can compete in the UFC for a long time and continue to compete on the same nights and doing more, setting more records for siblings.
I mean, we're supposed to make our debut together too. But then I ended up having to pull out because of that neck and shoulder injury. But fucking no, I mean, a lot of people are always asking me like, what's it like to compete with my brother on the same card? I'm like, fuck, I live for it. I get so fucking hyped up being able to watch my brother fight on the same card as me. There's nothing better than that shit. It's like it's cool having him in my corner, but it's even cooler either having him fight first and then be in my corner after, or having me fight first and then getting to be in his corner afterwards. Fucking nothing better than that shit. It's like that sibling love right there. Fucking yeah, you guys will definitely see Lewis cage side for my fight. There's nothing like hearing his voice just yell and be like, "Whoop that motherfucker's ass."
I love it. I love it. All right, back to the game here. So Lewis, you're up next.
All right, MMA history I'll do Orion for 2.
Yep. How many of Orion's 7 opponents as a professional were undefeated before facing Orion?
2.
Yep.
Could be wrong. I think 2 though.
It's 2.
3.
Oh, I totally forgot about Ryan Wilson.
Oh, fuck. I guess I got it wrong.
Ryan Wilson, Joseph, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, and obviously Matt Dixon.
Yeah.
Matt Dixon, who you defeated on the Contender series. Boom.
I thought it was 2 too. I totally forgot about Ryan Wilson, bro. I'll do Lewis Chemistry 300.
All right. How fast was Lewis's fastest KO?
8 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Just about as long as it took us to go through that question was the length of that KO. How cool is it to knock someone out that quickly?
It was nice, man. It fucking feels pretty good to get in there and get out. I mean, it kind of bit me in the ass, though. You kind of build confidence, you know, that you're going to go out there and try and knock these guys out. Fucking, it didn't bite me in the ass my last fight, you know what I mean? I went out there and tried to knock that guy the fuck out and played against me. So, I mean, it's cool, though, to get in there and get out and get those wins. I mean, Dana White liked it. Fucking, I know a lot of spectators like it, but as for a professional, you don't really get too much cage time to grow in there. So, it's like 50-50, I think.
And what's the biggest lesson you learned, what you can learn from that fight? Obviously, like you said, first time you've had to go that length of time. You're used to getting guys out early. But what's the biggest lesson you learned from that experience?
For my loss?
Yeah.
To pretty much slow down on the gas pedal, man. I was fucking full throttle there for a minute. Even like the whole entire fight, I was like fucking kind of like gassed out. I felt like looking at it, I should have did a lot more road work, but just slowing down the gas pedal, even though how tired I was, I still had a pretty high volume of putting out like punches and shit, you know. My volume of strikes was still pretty high for how gassed I was. So I don't know, just slowing down, picking my shots, honestly, just being more focused out there. Not looking for fucking the knockout, but waiting for it. Just kind of like let it happen instead of just trying to rush shit. That's how I should have been, but it is what it is.
All right. Yeah, I mean, it was an amazing fight. I mean, he was hurt in the first. It was very back and forth, and I thought for a debut it was tremendous. I know how you guys are. I'm sure you would have liked to have your hand raised, but
Yeah.
you know, it was an incredible fight, and I don't think it's something to beat yourself up on, because I thought it was incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, we've got a question coming in here. All right, let's see here. What style trends in the welterweight division rankings do you notice, and how do you match up with it?
In the welterweight, I'm starting to notice that a lot of the more pressure style fighters are at the top of the division right now. These counter fighters, they're not really doing too well. But if you take a look at these guys who stick with the basic fundamentals, like a lot of the people like that fly shit, but look at Kamaru Usman. That guy has a fucking mean 1-2 right now. And that's all he did. He just practiced his basic jab cross. And Masvidal can make whatever excuse he wants, saying that he was expecting a takedown. But you watch that replay, he wasn't expecting a takedown because he tried to throw a counter hook. And he got clipped fucking hard on that chin by that cross, because that's all he needed to do. When you fight a guy that stands up tall and tries to keep his chin up there because he's a street brawler, you only need to have basic fundamentals very well. And so even against Herbert Burns, he got hurt by Burns pretty fast, and then Burns decided to try to fucking pull guard as if he was going to counter a grapple with him, which made zero sense. And then Usman just put the pressure on after that. So you start to notice that these counter fighters, they're starting to become more and more predictable, which is why I don't counter fight. I just keep the pressure going, and if someone tries to counter fight against me, you don't rush right into it. You just got to slowly take your time.
Yeah. I mean, I agree 100%. I think that's a great point there. What about Lewis? Do you notice anything in that welterweight division that stands out to you in terms of the different styles that are, I guess, progressing right now?
I think there's some fights that need to happen first. You know, there's the fucking Gilbert and Stephen Wonderboy. That's gonna be interesting. And there's the Nate and Leon, and then Colby. I mean, Colby and fucking Kumara are pretty obvious with their styles. You know, their pressure, the wrestlers. They got good hands. They got good gas tank. So I think Orion's right with the pressure stuff, because those two are the top. But I think a lot of these fights, after these two fights, I think things will be a little bit different. Especially Wonderboy. That guy's he's not a pressure fighter. You know, that guy's pure technical.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. All right, we're back to the game here. We've got only, I think, 3 questions left each. So who went last? Why am I blanking? Orion, I think you went last. So Lewis.
All right. Can I do shit? All right, for 100.
Who's Orion scheduled to face in his UFC debut before injury forced him out?
That's easy.
Dalby, right?
Boom.
Yeah.
Easy 100 points right there.
I'm going to take MMA history 500.
I think this might be your. Oh no, you've got a chance to here to win it. You need a miracle.
I can steal from Lewis.
All right, so here we go.
Who has the most knockdowns in UFC welterweight history? It's not who you think, and this answer will most likely surprise you.
It's knockdowns, not knockouts, by the way.
Yeah. Most knockdowns in UFC welterweight. How much time do I have left?
0, but I can give you a few more.
I was gonna say fucking. I'm just gonna wing it here, and say fucking Pat Miletich.
Lewis, do you have a guess?
I don't got it.
Thiago Alves with 13.
Guess that shit.
My next guess was going to be Johnny Hendrick.
Yeah, I mean that surprised me too. I mean, I don't know why I feel like he doesn't have that many, but I mean, he likes to scrap, so I'm not surprised, I guess.
Yeah, he's been fighting for a long time too.
Yep.
All right, Lewis, you're up.
Geography for 2.
Fuck, you get this. You put me out of the game.
Leon Edwards. Oh shit. What country is that guy from? It's not England, is it?
Fuck.
2000 here. We may as well finish it up and see how close you can get. But
yeah, Lewis chemistry 5.
All right. How many significant strikes did Lewis land on his opponent in the Contender series before finishing him?
What the fuck?
I don't know that one.
Let's see. Before 17.
Oh, damn. Lewis, you want to steal?
Fuck!
Oh shit. That's pretty close.
yeah, it was an amazing guess. Like
I was rewatching the fight as fast as I could in my head really quick. So it was anywhere between 15 to 18. So I was like, fuck, okay.
Yeah, it didn't take long. All right, so we've got a couple more here. Lewis.
History for 100.
Who did Anderson Silva defeat in his UFC debut?
Chris Lieben.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And last one, Jack.
Here we go. Should be easy one.
Where's Kamaru Usman from?
Nigeria. Actually, my bad. Nebraska. Marty from Nebraska.
Boom. All right.
Nice. All right. I was sushi, Lewis.
Yeah, you do. No.
So that was not competitive at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the questions or what it was, but yeah, I mean, thank you guys for taking the time to come on and you guys made it fun. It's always good to have siblings come on. It's makes it more competitive and more fun.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, guys, be sure to check us out at fighterpathmma.com, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, thank